33 ways Tears of the Kingdom will absolutely destroy us. Well, destroy me. Look, if you've been able to join any of my Ocarina of Time live streams, then you know that I jump scare so easily. And by the look of things, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be scared out of my wits during the entirety of my playthrough of Tears of the Kingdom. And that's okay. So I say us, but really just me. And in case you were wondering, everything on this list is inspired by the most recent trailer. And the word destroy isn't just limited to being scared, although that is the bulk of it, but also ways it's going to emotionally wreck me and all of us. So here we go. Number 1, darkness. Lots of darkness. They said it was going to be dark. It is dark. Visually dark and emotionally dark, story-wise dark. There have been some moments of levity and actual brightness, but kinda scared of the dark when it comes to games, so this should be fun. Number 2, flying enemies. Yes, flying enemies were already in existence in Breath of the Wild in the form of, keys. I hate keys with a burning passion so much. But you know what? I have trouble enough with whiz robes, or as my mom calls them, whiz bangs. Now you gotta throw these Kargarok looking enemies or new flying enemies. I don't care what they are. They fly, they travel and take bokoblins with them, and ooh, it's not gonna be a good time for me. Number 3, music. I am so emotionally vulnerable when it comes to music, and Zelda's music tends to 100% of the time get me at the knees. And there were certainly some parts of this last trailer that sounded a bit on the eerie/scary side when it comes to the music. So yay, that's a good thing. It's a real good thing, but that doesn't mean it's not gonna freak me out. I'm still traumatized by the piano sounds that alert me that a guardian's nearby. Number 4, falling off of things. Without a doubt, at some point, multiple points most likely, I will be falling off of these sky islands. I know it's gonna happen, and I'm gonna forget how to use my controls for a hot second or 12, and plunge into the earth of Hyrule and die. It's gonna happen, there's no denying it. Number 5, enemies in bulk. I mean, yeah, I already fought enemies in bulk, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to get away with my whole hide in the shadows and throw some remote bombs all the time technique. And I love that technique, it was hilarious, but I have a feeling I'm gonna have to do some actual combat this time. Should make for a good live stream though. Number 6, Ganondorf. Just Ganondorf. I don't think I need to say anything else. Number 7, a dragon enemy. Its heads are on fire. If this is still just as open world as Breath of the Wild, I might just be avoiding that bridge. You think I'm kidding? I'm not. Number 8, Hyrule. I was already kind of afraid of Hyrule in Breath of the Wild, but now with the influx of enemies and enemy types and just the terror that Ganondorf is going to inflict on Hyrule, I think I'm going to be hiding in towns like Hateno a lot. And that's assuming Hateno is still safe. Who knows, maybe nowhere is safe anymore. Number 9, new blood moons. I still remember the first time a blood moon happened and I thought, oh, this is great. Oh boy, yay. Anyone else ever have that moment where you've just fought an entire enemy camp? Yes, I did do some actual combat, thank you very much. And right as you finish that last enemy, night falls, blood moon rises, haha, they're all there and you're dead. I have a feeling it's going to be 10 times more difficult this time around. Number 10, explosions. Just explosions. That's it. Number 11, timed sequences. Now, I'm guessing here, but some of these scenes make it seem like I'm going to be on a timer to get assignments done, and that stresses me the heck out, especially in a video game, especially with enemies. I will probably break into a massive sweat because of it. Just another way my live streams of Tears of the Kingdom are going to be so fun for you, the viewer. Number 12, redeads. All of that childhood trauma, 3 years old, Ocarina of Time, all of that trauma coming back to haunt me at 27 years old.
Interesting.
Number 13, pig enemies. I know that sounds weird, but they're kind of creepy looking. I don't like them. They're gross. Number 14, the castle. This already mortified me when I first saw the reveal trailer back at E3 2019, and the subsequent trailers have not made it any easier to swallow. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's going to be an epic scene, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what actually causes it, even though we kind of have an idea, but also not really. Again, epic scene, but it'll probably destroy me because it's hecking scary. Number 15, dust. This is probably somewhere near where the Gerudos live, correct? I've seen plenty of theory videos about how there are going to be region-specific disasters happening, and it seems like there's going to be a massive dust bowl in Gerudo Town. The Gerudo area in general already freaks me out. It doesn't seem like there's many places to hide because it's a barren desert, so that's not going to make it any easier if I can't see where I'm going. Number 16, new technology to learn. Not to sound like an old granny who's never learned technology, but learning new tech is kind of a struggle for me. Now, I picked up on Breath of the Wild easy enough, and I'm sure the user AI will be incredible in Tears of the Kingdom, but that doesn't mean I myself will not struggle at least a little bit. Number 17, chase sequences. Worse yet, what if they are timed chase sequences? I mean, in a sense, all chase sequences are timed because it's only a matter of time till they get you unless you keep your butt going. Just another thing to make my heart race beyond compare. Thanks, Nintendo. Number 18, random enemy encounters. I mean, this is all of Zelda, I know that, but it doesn't make it any less terrifying for me, so we will move on because I understand how pathetic that one sounds. Number 19, moblins and hats. It's just not right. Number 20, training. Yeah, without a doubt, this weird Sheikah or Zonai, whatever it is, ancient world technology is going to wreck me. And I know it will be in the form of training Link to become a better warrior, soldier, hero, whatever. Which means for me, it's going to take quite a long time. Just add that to the list of things that are going to be entertaining for the viewer, not the player, me. Which, yes, of course I am enjoying it, but in the moment I'm going to say I hate it. Just be prepared. Number 21. Mummies, specifically mummified Ganondorf. Yes, he gets 2 entries because he's Ganondorf and he's a boss like that. Literally a boss. But also, once again, need I say more? I don't think so. Number 22, the story. This is one of those that's more in the category of not really destroy me in the scary sense, although that will be part of it, I'm sure, but more so wreck my emotional state. And that's okay. I'm here for the amazing story and music. Oh, and game playing, of course. Number 23, battling. As previously mentioned, I am not good at combat in video games. Why I play them, I don't know. That's probably why I do better at Animal Crossing, but I still enjoy these games because there's nostalgia for me because I absolutely love The Legend of Zelda. But here we are. I'm not good at battling unless it's like King Dodongo in Ocarina of Time. I like battling him because he's easy. Moving on. Number 24, gyro controls. Now, I do not mind this in the slightest for things like arrows. I absolutely love using gyroscope with the bow and arrow, but the gyro puzzles, not as big of a fan. They frustrate me, but you know what? It's a healthy frustration. Everyone needs a little bit of that, right? Number 25, Link losing his arm. Obviously, this is connected to the story, but that doesn't mean seeing him losing his arm in such a dramatic, chaotic way isn't going to destroy me in some sense. I'm sure many can agree with me on this one, right? Number 26, crafting. This will probably grow on me just as it did in Animal Crossing, even though the types of crafting are quite different. But it's Zelda. I love Zelda, and I trust Zelda game creators. So it'll probably grow on me eventually, but at the current, it seems a little bit daunting and overwhelming. Number 27, heights. I'm afraid of heights. That is why God made me short. But I love roller coasters. What sense does that make? Number 28, dungeons. I know I said in a previous video that I didn't see much evidence for traditional dungeons, but who said it had to be traditional? Anyway, as much as I love dungeons, my first time through one can be quite arduous for me. I tend to look up guides for everything, and I'm sure this time will be no different. Number 29, objects falling from the sky. You know, the Tears of the Kingdom. That's gonna be fun. Number 30, the Master Sword. How could they do this to our beloved Master Sword? it's gonna be so heartbreaking. Does this mean Fi is dead? Number 31, this scene. Oh, no, my heart is not ready. Number 32, Zelda. I'm still calling that she might die, but possibly come back to life, resurrect in some way. It's gonna be tough. Number 33, music again. If you've watched this channel, you know how I feel about music in Legend of Zelda. Of course it's going to destroy us, and of course it's going to have 2 entries on this list. Oh, it's gonna be so good. So that was my list of 33 ways Tears of the Kingdom is going to absolutely destroy us. Well, me, based on the most recent trailer. If you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a thumbs up and joining the Geekdom by subscribing. Be sure to comment below if you related to any of the things I mentioned in this video. Might make me feel a little less crazy, but only slightly so. I know I'm crazy. Be sure to head on over to Patreon, as I've just created a new limited time tier that will give you access to my private Discord. So be sure to go to patreon.com/thegeekapprentice to see if you think that might be worth it for you. Speaking of patrons, thank you so much to all of my patrons and channel members, especially those in the Highly and Night tier over on Patreon, like Joking Batman, Lorulian Sheep, Geek Mom, and McToppler. Y'all are the best. But anyway, that's all for today. Thank you for watching.